Okay, race fans, let's talk about Friday afternoon here at Delaware Park. We were off the turf. Main track was fast. We had some nice races today. Let's get right to the action. It was a little hot today. Temperatures in the upper 80s, but sunny skies. So we had a fast track all afternoon. Let's get right to the racing action. Race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5. They bet over 33,000 into the pick 5 on Friday. Race 1, we're going a mile, 70 yards on a fast track, claiming 7,500 for 3-year-olds and upward. Never won 2. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Friday's opener.
Away and running. Duke of Dooley was the first one to go and has an uncontested lead. Sydney's Bids gets the shaking at him early on, and Jake's Affection came away in third. My Lucky Valentine is caught very wide around the first turn. Josh is ground saving, and Brother Lad is last of all. So Duke of Dooley floats out 3 rivals here, but has the lead nevertheless, and it's a long length and a tail, while Sydney's Bid tracks in second, and My Lucky Valentine to take that position away. The red cap of Jake's Affection all by himself in fourth. Up the inside is Brother Lad, and Josh is tailed off badly. 5.5 furlongs to go, and Duke of Dooley right in the center of the track shows the way, but it's only 3/4 of a length. My Lucky Valentine raises the stakes inside the 5 furlong pole, and Sydney's Bid, the longest shot on the boards, in the thick of it too, down to the 4.5, and Jake's Affection is right there with no excuses today. 4 lengths off his speed as Brother Lad, and Josh still whips him in. So it's a good battle up top. Sydney's Bid gets a couple of reminders in the blue cap to stay with the top 2. Duke of Dooley stays at the wood, but My Lucky Valentine glides past at the 3 furlong marker, and at 1-5, My Lucky Valentine trying to wax the opposition. Jake's Affection will soon land second. Trying to salvage third is Duke of Dooley over Sydney's Bid, and now Brother Lad runs on, and Josh is closing in as heads turn for home. My Lucky Valentine, the strides are long and the strides are strong, and this one has opened up an insurmountable lead. Trying to cling on to second is Jake's Affection. Josh is moving in late with Brother Lad for the balance, but this was a one-act affair in the stretch run. My Lucky Valentine just won by a city block. Josh got up for second, Brother Lad was third, and Jake's Affection's in a photo with Sydney's Bid for fourth.
My Lucky Valentine has found his best stride his last couple of races. He had a nice maiden score late July and comes back, faces winners for the first time on Friday, and he wins for fun. He won by the length of the stretch. Congratulations to owner, breeder Charlie Biggs and trainer Cal Lynch. My Lucky Valentine, a 3-year-old by Made from Lucky, now a 2-time winner. And both those wins have come right here at Delaware Park. Nice ride there. Gabe Maldonado, My Lucky Valentine, went off a strong 1-5 favored in race 1 and paid $2.60 to kick off the early pick 5. Let's take a look here at race 2. We kick off the early pick 4 in race 2. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming 16,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Let's check out the action from race 2.
Away and running. Slow to go is Teddy's Lucky Girl. Good speed from Ladybug Mission. Up the rail is Zippy Doo-Dah Day, and Sandy Girl is punching on through, and Vamonos Chicas came away a handy fourth. Go Chloe Go tracks very wide at the 4.5, and Teddy's Lucky Girl had a terrible start. 4 furlongs out, and it's Sandy Girl the leader, and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Zippy Doo-Dah Day is right there tracking the speed in second, and the favorite Ladybug Mission now saddles up to the both of them. Inside 3 furlongs to go, Sandy Girl's lead is down to a neck. Ladybug Mission taking giant strides to her. Vamonos Chicas is in between rivals. Go Chloe Go hits her best stride. Zippy Doo-Dah Day's at the rail, and last of all is Teddy's Lucky Girl as they turn for home. Ladybug Mission comes calling for the lead. The rail is wide open for Zippy Doo-Dah Day. Sandy Girl is in for the fight. The red cap of Vamonos Chicas battling on. Go Chloe Go, and the House Black is closing in 2/16 to go. A Ladybug Mission is nicely clear at 3-2. Ladybug Mission has won it over Go Chloe Go. Then came Sandy Girl and Vamonos Chicas.
Ladybug Mission ran a big second-in debut and gets right to the winner's circle in her second career start. Good-looking 4-year-old gray filly by Mission Impassable wins for owner trainer Ramon Agallo and jockey Jamie Rodriguez. Ladybug Mission went off 3-2 and paid $5 to break her maiden in race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 would kick off the middle pick 5. They bet over 10,000 into the middle pick 5 on Friday. Race 3 were off the turf going a flat mile on the main track. 45,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's check out the action here from race 3.
Away and running right on advertised start time. Cardinal's the first one to break. Warrior Wayne came away with good early speed. And Heaven's Champion is right there too. Bolt from Above has one beaten. And Mutabir is up the inside. Last of all, 7 furlongs to go. And Cardinal shows the way but has a minor challenge on the inside from Warrior Wayne. And these two tear away from the rest. Heaven's Champion is 4 lengths off the pace in that third place position. And a length down from that one is Bolt from Above. And Mutabir still last of all. They go down to the 5.5 furlong point, and it's Cardinal at 4-5 at last flash. Shows the way by 3/4 of a length, but Warrior Rain is going to make this one work hard for that lead today. And there's quite a divide back to Heaven's Champion, who's all by himself in third. A gap of 2 lengths down is Bolt from Above, and Mutabir still last of all. No shift to positions. They're about 4 furlongs from home, and Cardinal still nice and relaxed on the front end. Warrior Wayne is stalked throughout. Heaven's Champion, the third choice in the wagering marker, gets closer to that solo act that continues to be Cardinal. Bolt from Above is starting to close in, and Mutabir is trying to tack on as the quarter pole looms for Cardinal, who now slowly releases the brakes and leads by 2 open lanes. Heaven's Champion is giving chase in second. Bolt from Above swings to the outside and they're homeward bound, and Cardinal asks for a bit more, leads by 2. Bolt from Above continues to give game chase in second, but it's a game chase at best because Cardinal is just running up the score. Cardinal at 4-5 was simply never headed. Bolt from Above second, Warrior Wayne third, and Mutabir was fourth.
Cardinal goes all the way. The 4-year-old colt by Speightstown, now a 2-time winner, wins for your leading trainer Jamie Ness and gives jockey Jamie Rodriguez his second win of the day. Cardinal went off a strong 4-5 favored and paid $3.60 to win race 3. Let's turn the page here. Race 4 would kick off the late pick 5. They bet over 11,000 into the late pick 5 on Friday. Race 4 is a nice maiden special weight for some well-bred 2-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in race 4.
Away and running. Nice even dispatch. Freely Held was the first one to go. Black Bolt is also showing up as well, and Into the Light, who was towing in the gate, comes away a hustling fourth. Bootleg Rugger takes that third place position, and as a matter of fact, Bootleg Runner engages Black Bolt and Freely Held. Magic Mikey's in front of one, and Into the Light's last of all. Down to the 3.5 furlong they go, and Black Bolt's the leader as they swing the side, but Freely Held matches strides on the far turn run. There's 3 of them across the track for third, and Bootleg Runner continues to scrape the paint in front of Into the Light, and Magic Mikey's dropped away silently to last. The quarter pole's in sight. Freely Held. Jockey takes a look over to see Black Bolt on the inside. His head's turned for home. Freely Held, the longest shot on the board, kicks away and opens up by 2. Black Bolt is trying to re-rally in second. Bootleg Runner battles Into the Light for that third place position, but down to the final 100 yards, Freely Held at 5-1 to cause a mild upset in the fourth of the day. Freely Held has won it over Bootleg Runner, Magic Bolt, Into the Light, and Magic Mikey.
The 6 Freely Held came from Parks after that big second in his debut, and he puts it all together in his second career start and wins for Happy 10th Stable and trainer Daniel Velasquez. 2-year-old colt by Independence Hall went off 5-1 and paid $12.20 to win race 4. Nice ride there, jockey Luis Ocasio. Congratulations to all the winning connections there of Freely Held in race 4. Race 5 would kick off the late pick 5. Race 5 would kick off the late pick 4 on Friday. They bet over 8,000 into the late pick 4 here in race 5. Or go off the turf, going a flat mile on the main track. 25,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in race 5.
Away and running. Bubbling at the start was Real Blues. Renewing Vows was the first one to put the pedal to the metal. Colonel Bob is going to keep that one company. And Never Say Never has a little bit of pace to chase. Where's My Chew rides the inside. And Real Blues is at the back of the pack with 7 furlongs to go. So Renewing Vows is at the head of the class and shows the way by a length and a half. Colonel Bob is on a very tight hold in that second place position. And Never Say Never is 3 wide for the backstretch run. Real Blues is deep on the track, now heads fourth, and Where's My Chew is last of all. No pace on whatsoever for Renewing Vows, with 5 furlongs out before they greet the judge, leads by a length and 3/4. Never Say Never is a clear-cut second, and neck down from that one is Colonel Bob. There's 2 of them that chase the trio. Where's My Chew stays a ground-saving fourth, and Real Blues teams up with him. They get ready to turn again, and Renewing Vows at 6-1 shows the way by 3 expanding lengths. Where's My Chew is getting closer in the red cap in second, and they pass the 3 furlong pole. Renewing Vows still with a healthy lead, a good battle bruise behind. Where's My Chew emerging into second. Colonel Bob has nowhere to give. Never Say Never's deep on the track, and Real Blues was never near. Heads turn for home, and Renewing Vows, trying to cause an upset in the 5th of the day, has a healthy break two of 5 open lengths. Where's My Chew took a failed run. Never Say Never battles Colonel Bob, and Real Blues was little consequence, but just running up the score. The longest shot on the board is going to get the job done. Renewing Vows with a devastating win to beat Where's My Chew, Never Say Never, Colonel Bob, and Real Blues.
Renewing Vows went off 6-1, marched right to the front, had an easy, early, uncontested, slow lead. Nice ride there, jockey Jorge Gonzalez Sanchez. He walked the dog and put him to sleep here in race 5. This homebred for Fiasco Farms and trainer Juanita Bennett has never been better. He's now won 2 in a row here at Delaware. The 5-year-old son of Broken Vow, now a 3-time winner. So congratulations to all the winning connections there of Renewing Vows. He paid $15.80 to win race 5. If you hit the early pick 5 on Friday, it paid $291.55. Let's take a look here at race 6. Race 6, we're going a flat mile. It's a nice $25,000 starter allowance for 3-year-old fillies or filly and mares 4 and up, never won 2. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Fabia missed it by half a length, but good speed from 5 o'clock somewhere. Atlantis Queen content to let 5 o'clock somewhere go with an isolated lead. Fabia is going to go very wide, and Rosie on the River's ground saving. Around the first turn they go. 5 o'clock somewhere shows them the way, but it's 3/4 of a length. Fabia right there in a statuesque position in that second place position, and Atlantis Queen is popped off the fence a clear third, and Rosie on the River with the money on looms at the back of the pack, but only 3 lengths would cover tip to tail, and 5 o'clock somewhere is pulling hard under the jockey's hands, leads 3/4 of a length. Fabia is trying to get closer in second. 3 wide is Atlantis Queen, and Rosie on the River 2-5 at last flashes 2 lengths down from the front. So 5 o'clock somewhere leads him halfway home. The lead is still 3/4 of a length. Fabia has been the shadow throughout. Atlantis Queen to a 3 wide move, and Rosie on the River asks for a bit more and starts to get closer. Still these 4 chances past the 3, and Atlantis Queen comes calling for the lead. 5 o'clock somewhere needs to do better in second. Fabia has nowhere to give. Rosie on the River is getting on track, but is 2 lengths down as that quarter pole's in sight. So the second choice on the board is Atlantis Queen, holding on to a 1-length lead. Rosie on the River glides up to her as they turn to the top of the stretch. Atlantis Queen huffing and puffing in the final 200 yards as Rosie on the River loomed at the back of the pack and pads the lead. Atlantis Queen into second, 5 o'clock somewhere third. It's Rosie on the River living up to the 2-5 hype. To beat Atlantis Queen, 5 o'clock somewhere, and Fabia.
Big week for the Claudio Gonzalez barn. They had that big 2-year-old stakes winner yesterday with Magic Bullet, and they get the money here with Rosie on the River, 3-year-old daughter of Quinteros, now a 4-time winner from 12 starts. Nice ride there. JG Torrealba on this filly for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. Rosie on the River went off a strong 2-5 and paid $2.80 to win race 6. Let's take a look here at race 7. Off the turf, 5/8 on the main track. Nice first level allowance condition here for filly and mares 3 and up. Optional claiming $15,000. Race 7 kicks off the late daily double. Let's check out the action here from the 7th.
Away and running to a nice even start. Compass Fire was the first one to get going, but Mudslide strikes the top and Levigata's right there too. And Kahira's Song is amongst the top 3. Central Casting advances nicely deep on the track with 4 furlongs to go. Compass Fire's in front of 1, and Bounty Killer has to hail a taxi in last. Trouble for 6 Compass Fire, who had a jam on the brakes entering the turn. So Mudslide leads the charge around the far turn by a length and a quarter. Central Casting right there at 3-5 to take up the fight in second. Kahira's Song continues to protect the rail, whips out on Compass Fire. Nothing from Levigata or Bounty Killer's heads turned for home. Mudslide comes catapulting off the turn with a 2-length lead. Central Casting, the favorite, has had every single chance. 1 more furlong to go. Mudslide's a 6-1 upset threat. Central Casting continues to plug along, but running out of ground and running out of time. Mudslide has won it. Central Casting second, Levigata third, and Compass Fire was a troubled 4th.
Mudslide loved the 5/8 distance today. She goes all the way, and the 4-year-old daughter of Competitive Edge gets her 4th win from 12 starts, and she wins for owner and breeders Kelly Lynn Dieter and Gordon Palcastro. Kelly Dieter, the trainer, also. So a big win for the Kelly Dieter barn. Mudslide got Xavier Perez for the winning ride. She went off 6-1 and paid $14.80 to win race 7. If you hit the middle pick 5 that started race 3 and ended race 7, middle pick 5 on Friday paid $973. Congratulations if you had that. Let's take a look here at race 8, the final race of the afternoon. We're going 5.5 furlongs here in race 8. 8,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward, optional claiming $12,500. Let's see what happens here in the Friday finale.
Away and running. Good speed today for Fighter Town, but there's the rail blitz coming from Irish Hero. Mean Jakey is also right there, landing a share of second. Awesome Prince is deep on the track while Granted Success takes over 4th, and Sunset Town glides in front of Awesome Prince. So they're 4 furlongs from home, and Irish Hero, living true to form with that speed on display, and does it very easy too. Leads by 1 solid length. Fighter Town right there chasing this pace in second, and Mean Jakey has no excuses on the far outside. Sunset Town now gets into 4th place position with Granted Success under a heavy ride, and Awesome Prince was never near, but Irish Hero struts his stuff past the quarter pole to an expanding 3-length lead. Mean Jakey chases deep on the track at Sunset Town. They turn for home, and Irish Hero is going very smooth up top and leads by 5. A good race for place with Sunset Town closing in, and Mean Jakey inside the 16th pole. Irish Hero has given this field plenty to think about today, and Irish Hero has won it. Second placing went to Sunset Town over Fighter Town, and Mean Jakey was 4th.
Nice win by Irish Hero, the 4-year-old homebred for No Guts, No Glory Farm, and trainer Jerry Robb. 4-year-old by Irish Warcry gets his 6th lifetime win from 18 starts. He's now made close to $200,000 in career earnings. Irish Hero gave jockey Xavier Perez his 2nd win of the day. Irish Hero went off 2-1 and paid $6 to win race 8. If you hit the late pick 5 on Friday, late pick 5 paid $967.80. Congratulations if you had that. I have a best bet and price play to tell you about for Saturday. Let's get a quick break. I'll tell you about that right after this. Okay, let's talk about my best bet and price play for Saturday, August 16th here at Delaware Park. We have a big 8-race card, a bunch of big fields on Saturday. Hopefully we'll have some turf. Hopefully the weather will be nice enough and we'll be on the turf Saturday. If so, we should have a good handle on Saturday. Here's my best bet. Race 6 is my best bet of the day. That's a claiming 7,500 filly and mares 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime. Going 6 furlongs on the main track, and I like the favored in that 8-horse field. The 3, No Walk in the Park, 9-5, so that's a decent price for a best bet of the day. Richard Mitchell rides this 4-year-old filly by Mastery for trainer Van Pham. She's run 3 big races since coming off the layoff as a 4-year-old. She was a good second at this level for 2 starts, and then she stepped up to a 16,000 two-life race August 2nd, and she ran a real big third, only beating a length in that race. She earned a 55 by her speed figure. That's her lifetime best by her speed figure, so this filly's never been better right now, and that 55 by her from her last race is by far the highest last out by her speed figure of this field. So 9-5, that'll be a nice price if we can get it on the 3, No Walk in the Park, race 6. That's my best bet of the day. My price play is going to come in race 4. That's a big 11-horse field in race 4, so I think you need to demand a little value. It's a claiming 7,500 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime, going 6 furlongs. Jamie Ness and jockey Jamie Rodriguez are going to have the favored with the 3, Spiralizer, who's taken a big drop in class after not running well earlier this year. He's had some time off, so I'm not too impressed by the favorite here in race 4. So I'll go with the 6, English Daddy, who's 4-1 morning line for Bruce Kravitz, having a strong meet. Yabio Ramos rides this 3-year-old by First Mondays. This horse sprinted on the turf last time, didn't like the turf, but the races before that against better company, he was running well on the main track. He ran a real big third against Starter Allowance Company here at Delaware 2 starts ago. That was back in late June. He earned a 60 buyer speed figure that day. He's in a much easier spot on Saturday. He's getting a big-time class relief, and he's been running well. Just forget about that last turf experiment. They were just trying something new, but he's a lot better on the main track. And if we can get 4-1 here in a big field, that'll be a good price on the 6, English Daddy in race 4. He's my price play of the day. So that's it. Thanks again to all our horsemen, fans, and bettors for supporting us on Friday. The handle was only a little bit over 1.1 million, so a little low. We were no turf. We had a few small fields, but hopefully we'll be on the turf Saturday. We have a bunch of big fields, so I'm looking forward to a nice big card on Saturday. Thanks again for joining us on Friday. We hope to see you here on Saturday.